Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Sam117, and before we start this video, I wanted to if you guys are big fans of, modern rock music or rock music in general, I will highly suggest checking out some of the music from From Ashes to New. This is a great actually band starting listening to, and it's basically like Hollywood Undead and Linkin Park had a baby, and then just and From Ashes to New is created. It's I feel like it's a very underrated band, and I can't put any songs because of copyright reasons. So I would highly suggest checking out some of the songs that are uploaded on YouTube legally, I believe. So yeah, but because if you guys don't know, I love modern rock music. I'm big fan of modern rock music like Linkin Park, 30 Seconds to Mars, Breaking Benjamin, Roach, many other modern rock musicians, even Bon Jovi, and yeah. So yeah. Anyways, let's get on to the video. So yeah. Hey, this is Sam117, and what can I say about this show that hasn't already been said? Now, I don't believe people have said it better, but this is one of those shows I really wanted to talk about, and this is one of those animated shows I feel like is kinda underrated, but also at the same time it is basically awesome. Which show we're gonna talk about? It is Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond was originally aired in 1999 after the success of Batman the Animated Series. Ironical, because Batman Beyond is the sequel for Batman the Animated Series. So anyways, Batman Beyond is one of those shows I really love watching, and the theme song, man, it will never leave my head. It is one of those catchiest theme song I ever heard. Even though it doesn't have any like lyrics or anything, but I feel like not every action-oriented cartoon show needs some kind of badass lyrics to make it good. And that guitar solo, like Jesus Christ, like goddamn Batman Beyond, stop making me love you. Oh my God! But the show is amazing. Actually, Batman Beyond aired in 1999, created by the same people who did Batman the Animated Series, or I feel like it was made by the same people who did the original Teen Titans, Justice League cartoons, and even Static Shock to some extent. And unfortunately, it was cancelled in 2001. Even it came out with a movie called Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, which is one of my favorite Batman movies of all time. Batman Beyond was actually one of my first Batman animated shows I ever saw. I originally discovered Batman since I watched Tim Burton's movies. Batman the Animated Series never aired in my country for whatever reason, and
eat my dust!
And then there was Batman Beyond, and I have to say, it was one of the coolest, it is still one of the coolest shows I have ever seen. Batman Beyond is basically one of my favorite action-oriented shows, and let me tell you, this show, it is dark and brutal. Like, Jesus Christ. If you guys don't know, I actually did a video review or unboxing review for Batman Beyond, the complete series on DVD. I actually went out of my way to buy the complete series on DVD for Batman Beyond because it is one of my absolute favorite animated shows, and only getting now and able to watch it on my TV is just like the happiest day of my life. But still, when I was a kid, I hadn't watched all the seasons. The only season I was able to finish watching of Batman Beyond was definitely the first season. I did see some few episodes of the second season, but not much by it. But now I have the complete series on DVD, and now I can watch the show as long as I want. This review is a kind of bit half-assed because I haven't finished watching the second season. I have still 2 episodes left to finish the second season, and I haven't checked out the third season. But I have seen some clips of the show, and it has so many innuendos for the show, for the Justice League as well. And one of my favorite things is the fact that it is basically it takes a cool element, and I need to take my dog inside. I'll be right back.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire.
Batman Beyond is one of those. Fuck, where was I? Oh my god. Everything is ruined! Damn you, dog!
Stupid dog! You made me look bad.
God damn it. Batman Beyond is one of those shows I really love watching because the show, like I said, it is dark and it is very brutal. Like, every time when I see Batman punch someone in the show, I feel like the impact, like they did not just waste their time with the full punching someone in the face. Like, Jesus Christ, you can hear the bones crack and all of the times in the episodes. But that's what made the show awesome, is the fact that the action doesn't hold back in the slightest. Like, this is like the new era of Batman. One of my favorite things about Batman Beyond is definitely the fact that it is basically take an element of Batman and send him to the future, like basically not the apocalypse kind of future, but the modern city era type of thing. And I actually like Batman's new costume design for Batman Beyond. It is sleek and, of course, like in Incredibles, no capes.
No capes.
Like, there were times where Batman in the original animated series almost gets himself killed because capes, like, a bit of a design flaw, buddy, but you want to intimidate criminals, I get that. But another thing I actually like about Batman Beyond is that it is also a serious show, but at the same time it also makes fun of itself at the same time. It's not like super serious like Batman the Animated Series. Of course, Batman the Animated Series had some, humor as well, but not by much. Like I said, like, one of the reasons I never got into much of Batman because of how serious Batman is. Yes, he has the cool gadgets, the Batmobile, whatever, but one of my biggest issues I had with Batman is the fact that he's not that... how should I put this? Not that charismatic. I understand his parents are dead. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, and the reason why I like Terry McGinnis's Batman more than I like Bruce Wayne as Batman is the fact that Terry at least doesn't take himself way too seriously. He's a new Batman. He's a completely different character compared to Bruce Wayne. And even though his father died, he's still, he still is himself. He takes his responsibilities a bit more seriously and tries his best to stop crime and vigilantism and from supervillains and whatnot. And I really like how Bruce Wayne is basically the mentor of Terry McGinnis, basically the old Batman mentoring the new Batman, which is also I find it really cool. Like, in the Justice League, I think in Justice League or something, in Batman Beyond, one of the episodes, Superman actually returns, and Superman even mentions that.
Good to see you, Bruce. It's been a while. You seem to be holding up pretty well. I could use some of that Kryptonian DNA. You'll outlive us all, Bruce. You're too stubborn to die.
Yep, he is way too stubborn to die. Like, this mofo has survived, like, I don't know, 100 years or something into the future. Like, this dude, Bruce Wayne, is way too stubborn to die because the mantle of Batman, basically the legacy of Batman, never dies. Even though he passes it on to another one, he tries to pass on his own skills, his own, experience as Batman because he's the original Batman and tries to pass down that torch to another Batman. And I also like how Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, has become the new chief of police. It's kind of obvious for those who watched Batman the Animated Series, but for people like me, I thought that it was a cool, neat little thing they added. I think Commissioner Gordon was more I don't know, I feel like Commissioner Gordon was kind of forgettable character, especially in the Burns movies. I don't know, because I liked Commissioner Gordon more in the Dark Knight movies because he feels like the actual Jim Gordon, like he was portrayed in the animated series, and you know, more serious cop detective kind of deal. Oh boy, feeling a little bit woozy. I just ate McDonald's. But still, Batman Beyond is, and another thing is that Batman Beyond is actually really dark. Like, Jesus Christ, I did not expect this from Batman Beyond. But if there's one issue I have with Batman Beyond is the fact that one of the main villains, Blight, who is also known as Derek Powers, who originally ran Wayne Companies, Wayne Enterprises, but unfortunately he did it for his evil intentions, and when Batman kind of accidentally put chemical waste on Powers, then he became this like radioactive skeleton known as Blight, and I thought he was like one of the coolest villains ever. Like he was, I really kind of wish he returned more in the series. I heard the creators actually wanted to bring back Blight as the main villain in season 4, but unfortunately, you know, good shows get cancelled because why? Because fuck you, it doesn't do well in toy sales. Like, what the fuck, guys? And it really pisses me off because I still love Batman Beyond. It is one of my favorite shows, and when I have kids of my own, when they will be a bit older, like 6 or 7 years old, I will show them Batman Beyond and show them how awesome it is, and they can actually learn something from Batman Beyond, because there are a lot of things you can actually learn from Batman Beyond, and I feel like Batman Beyond is one of those animated shows that is meant for both not just kids but also adults. And yes, it is a kid show, because even though they're showing so many dark moments in the show, it is still entertaining, because like I said, not so brooding Batman, like he doesn't care about anyone else. Like, you know, Bruce is old, and now Terry McGinnis is the new Batman, who's more wisecracking type of Batman. Some people might find a less of a serious Batman as a big negative, but come on, guys. First off, before Batman the Animated Series came, we had Adam West's Batman. Come on. You did not complain about, a lot of people did not complain about that when Adam West played Batman in these live action TV shows, old ones from the 60s or 70s. And even though he's not, Terry McGinnis is not on the same level as Adam West, don't get the wrong idea. Also, rest in peace, Adam West. And even though it is like, the villains are really cool in the show. I haven't watched the show for a really long time, but I try to remember as many villains as I can from the show. And the DVD release was actually made by the same people who did Animaniacs, all the Animaniacs DVDs, Teen Titans DVDs, and I don't know, Shaolin Showdown as well. I haven't actually decided to buy Shaolin Showdown, even though I would want to have Shaolin Showdown in my animation collection. I don't know how expensive the shows are, but Batman Beyond had really interesting rogues gallery of villains. Like, for example, there was Ink type of villain. Basically, you can go through any surface in the world. Basically, it's kind of invincible, but her weakness is water. Shriek, also a great villain, even though her costume looks a bit goofy, but his fate. Oh, I apologize. Goddamn McDonald's. And Shriek, his fate was freaking dark. Like, for example, when Shriek first time showed up, his mission from Derek Powers was to eliminate Bruce Wayne. So Bruce Wayne is not in charge of Wayne Enterprises anymore. So so that Derek Powers can run Wayne Enterprises as much as he pleases, even though the way he does it is kind of illegal and wrong, and even Bruce knows this, why it is wrong to do that. And he, you know, hires Shriek like an assassin, like he's an assassin to eliminate Bruce Wayne, and doing these kind of really creative, you know, sounds like. This is one of those brilliant shows. This is one of those brilliant shows that actually kind of mixing with, tries to balance out the sound effects like that. And I really liked how the battle with Shriek and Batman went on. But his fate, oh god, that shit, that shit is dark. Like, Batman basically throws his batarang at one of the Shriek's devices, you know, one of his, you know, pieces of technology. I think it happened at his forehead or something, and because of the malfunction, he had too many sounds in his, you know, hearing parts, you know, at his ears, and when you remove the helmet, he becomes deaf forever. Basically, he becomes deaf forever, and the only way he can fully hear in the future series is when he wears the costume again. Like.
Get up. No. No!
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ, Batman, like, this show was dark, I'm not even kidding. There was also another villain. I forgot, there was also the Jokers, what was the hunter's name? I tried to remember, oh, Bo? I think his name was Bo, I believe, and Bo was also really cool. Like, he's basically Batman Beyond's version of Kraven the Hunter, and I kind of like this. Fuck! Oh god, this is the worst review ever! Basically, Bo was a hunter, but he unfortunately had a really dark fate of sealed by a really powerful jaguar, and his spine was kind of broken, and now he had to like go through that excruciating pain of, you know, operation pain, and now that his spine is fixed, and you know, he's more agile, more intelligent. Another positive I have for the villain is the fact that he's voiced by the same voice actor who did Martian Manhunter in the Justice League cartoons. That is a plus in my book. Another idea, but the way the show and the way the episode ended when Batman first encountered Bo was also dark. Like, Bo was hit by a train. I'm not even joking. He was hit by a goddamn train.
I like singing. I like dancing.
I like trains.
And when you watch the future season, somehow he survives that. Like, what the hell, man? You should be dead. Like, I was really like I said, I'm kind of blind with the future seasons of Batman Beyond. And when I saw Bo being alive, I was like, Wait, what? You should be dead, bro. You were hit by a train. Like, this is one of those huge, like, one of those my favorite things about action cartoons, where in the future episodes, if you watch the show all the way through, the show surprises you. For like in Teen Titans, we found out Raymond's father is like Trigon, basically Satan at this point, and and another thing, Terror returning and stuff like that. We don't get kind of surprises like that in future cartoons, and that is a bit, I would say a bit, what's the word, underwhelming. But Batman Beyond is still one of my favorite shows of all time, and there are so many references to Justice League, to other members of the Bat family, like Barbara Gordon. There was even a cameo, or I won't say a cameo, but in one of the episodes, Terry needs to go to his friend's wedding party. Basically, he's like foster dad. His Rage is marrying his mother-in-law, and Terry needs a tuxedo, and he picks up a tuxedo where there's, well, DG, basically, Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing. Like, I kind of wish we actually see Dick Grayson in Batman Beyond. Like, whatever happened to him? Like, when I saw the tuxedo, I thought, oh no, don't tell me Dick Grayson is dead. Like, that would be kind of stupid, but at the same time, it is understandable. Like, I believe Dick Grayson is already old as shit at this point. Like, I don't think he's still alive in Batman Beyond universe. But I heard when I wrote that in one of the Batman Beyond's clips, one of the persons said that Dick Grayson is still alive. He is actually shown in one of the Batman Beyond comics, but like I said, I don't read comics. I don't have the money to actually own every single comic in the universe. Like, what the hell, guys? I'm not rich. And but still, it is kind of cool. We do see the older versions of, we do see in Batman Beyond Return of the Joker the older version of Team Drake, the second Robin in the Batman the DC animated universe, and Batman Beyond Return of the Joker movie. Oh my sweet lord, that is one of my favorite Batman movies of all time. And oh boy, the story with the original Batman and Team Drake's fate with the original Joker. Oh boy, man, this was a bit of a dark time for cartoons. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, it was really awesome. I actually remember watching Return of the Joker on TV. I did not own a DVD or a VHS for Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, because my country has a bit of money problems, and they don't actually sell old stuff like animated shows or stuff like that because of legal reasons and regional reasons, and you get the idea. But still, Batman Return of the Joker, basically this is one of those times we finally see Batman Beyond, future Batman going up against the Joker, who's not the Joker, but he's actual Team Drake, but at the same time he has like the Joker's consciousness. It's a bit a confusing thing to talk about, but still, it is really awesome to see like Terry actually taking out Joker in ways the original Batman doesn't do. For example, he fights more brutally, like more dirty. Like I said, in a lot of episodes when Terry punches someone, you can still hear people's bones crack. Like, Jesus, like that Batman suit is, I think it's supposed to be illegal at this point. Like, the Batman Beyond suit is one of those cool little features, the fact that it makes the person a little bit stronger at the same time. Like, Batman Beyond could lift up a giant crater without breaking his spine or something like that, and that is just ridiculous. And but still, it is really cool to see, and also Terry, mocking Joker, his origin, something the real Batman will never do. And this is the very first time I see the Joker really pissed off. Like, holy crap, man, this is this is the only time where the Joker kind of feels scared, intimidated, basically pissed off at, you know, someone who becomes the future Batman, the new Batman of Gotham City. And this is the first time we actually seen this. Like, this is the same Joker from the animated series, and it is insane.
Wait, I like to talk too.
What are you doing?
Fighting dirty.
The real Batman would never.
Told you you didn't know me.
Funny guy.
Can't say the same for you.
Impudent brat. Who do you think you're talking to?
Not a comedian, I'll tell you that.
Shut your mouth.
The real Batman never talked to you much, did he? That's probably why you were so fixated on it.
Don't play psychoanalyst with me, boy.
Oh, I don't need a degree to figure you out. The real reason you kept coming back was you never got a laugh out of the old man.
I'm not hearing this.
Get a clue, Clowny. He's got no sense of humor. He wouldn't know a good joke if it bit him in the cape. Not that you ever had a good joke.
Shut up. Shut up!
I mean, joy buzzers, squirting flowers, lame. Where's the A material? Make a face, drop your pants, something.
Show yourself.
You make me laugh, but only because I think you're kind of pathetic.
Stop that!
So you fell in a tank of acid, got your skin bleached, then decided to become a supervillain. What? You couldn't get work as a rodeo clown?
Don't you dare laugh at me.
Why? I thought the Joker always wanted to make Batman laugh.
You're not Batman!
And this is why I love the show, because we do get other characters like Max, Max Dillon, Dana, the High Five, Ace, Ace the dog, and maybe the girlfriend, the second girlfriend, basically, who's like the Batman Beyond's version of Catwoman, I believe, and still, Jesus Christ, I honestly would love to talk more about the show, but my final verdict for Batman Beyond, this is kind of like a review for Batman Beyond, because I really wanted to talk about the show for a real long time. I really want to finish the show, especially watching the third season, but god damn it, I still am pissed about Batman Beyond's cancellation, but I'm not as pissed about that cancellation as I am pissed about Spectacular Spider-Man's cancellation. Oh, don't worry, I might talk about Spectacular Spider-Man someday in the future, but if you guys really want me to, basically write in the comments if you want me to do a review for Spectacular Spider-Man, which is one of my absolute favorite Spider-Man shows of all time. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, also a Batman fan. I'm not the biggest Batman fan, but I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, even though I don't own any of the Spider-Man comics though. But still, I love both the heroes, no matter if they're Marvel, DC, they're both equally awesome. But Batman Beyond, I give it the final verdict of mine, like 9 out of 10, because there's no perfect 10, to be honest, and I'm suck at ratings. I don't usually rate shows because you know how sensitive people have become nowadays. And still, why 9 out of 10, why not 10 out of 10, is because there's still like few problems. Like, for example, like there are some filler episodes as well for the show, and I kind of feel like, well, it's not on the filler episodes are not on the same level like on Generator Rex as bad, but still they're kind of a bit kind of weird, considering like there was an episode about Egg Baby, but I don't know how to respond to that episode. Basically, one of the funniest lines I ever heard in Batman Beyond is definitely this.
A tabloid gave her that name. It was the golden age of alliteration.
So what do you want me to do? Wait till she tries to fence the ruby?
I have a feeling she'll be holding on to it. There was another robbery a week ago.
More rubies?
Exactly.
What's she gonna do with them all?
Don't know. but I have a feeling she's not making slippers.
Slippers? From rubies?
Before your time.
What I need from you is...
It'll have to wait till tonight. I gotta get to class. It's family studies and I'm failing.
How does someone fail family studies?
How do you fail family studies? Like, what? Bruce, the Batman, the original Batman, the freaking animated series Batman, Bruce Wayne, wonders how someone fails family studies, even though you basically, like, I don't know, adopted / kidnapped bunch of kids and dressed them in Robin costumes. Like, what? What? Like, come on, Bruce, stop kidding yourself. Oh God, like I still find that line really funny. Like, Jesus Christ, how one failed family status. Gee, Bruce, why don't you tell us? I bet you were an awesome parent when you were growing up. There was Jason Dunn. Oh, he was killed by the Joker. There was Tim Drake. Oh, he turned into the Joker's son. You failed to save him. There is Damian Wayne. So, Bruce, how were your family studies went through, buddy? Like, I still find that funny. Like, Jesus Christ, like, I apologize, but still, oh God. I am having fun reviewing this show. I'm not the best review ever, but I always wanted to talk about the show when I felt the time was right, when I actually rewatched some episodes of the Batman Beyond series. So yeah, what do you guys think of Batman Beyond? And if you enjoyed this review, then give it a like and share this video with others if you want others to know more about Batman Beyond in my perspective. But still, also subscribe if you guys really want to, and yeah, this is Solomon 7 signing off.